My question for you today is, who is actually going to be in attendance at E3? Because at this point, not only have the big three, that being Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation, dropped out from attending, but now some of the biggest names in video game publishing have as well. So the other day, Wario64 posted, Ubisoft's pulled out of E3 2023. We've made the subsequent decision to move in a different direction, and we will be holding a Ubisoft Forward live event on June 12th in Los Angeles. Now, this is crazy to think about because when you actually think about the timing of that, they are now hosting their own event on June 12th. E3 is set to take place on June 13th. It's going to actually run June 13th and 14th, and then the remaining days will be for consumers while the previous days will be for business. And in the past, Ubisoft has actually been a supporter of E3. So it is interesting to see that they have decided to step away with only 3 months left out. And now no major company has actually been announced to be officially attending. I think currently the word from ReedPop was that unnamed AAA companies and indie darlings and tech and hardware firms were making their return to the convention center. But with Ubisoft dropping out, and they obviously also love to typically show off their games, it's just hard to think like what kind of is going on. They've expressed support for the 2023 plans in the past, and so what had to have happened with the lineup or however the show is being revamped? It's that previous commitment that raises some serious questions about what's going on with their attendance. But the thing is that it doesn't stop there. That was March 27th. So at this point, I think that was yesterday. What's today? Yeah, that was yesterday. Today, more news dropped from IGN. IGN let us know that Sega and Tencent will also not be attending E3. They also report numerous individuals in publishing and PR hadn't heard of anyone who's planning to attend, and has also said there's a significant lack of communication from ESA/ReedPop, ReedPop being who is like in charge of the festivities this year. Now, I read this article a little bit more than I did the previous one because at this point I'm like, all right, this is getting serious. And it turns out that on top of now Nintendo, Xbox, Sony, and Ubisoft, IGN has actually been reaching out to other companies to find out who's going to be in attendance. And it's getting to the point that people are saying there's no possible, there's a quote right here from a knowledgeable source, there's no possible way that this show can happen. And I mean, I'm kind of in agreement when you don't have the big giants already. Because I mean, PlayStation hasn't been a part of it for a little while. I think they actually dropped out pre-COVID. But at this point, everyone has been hosting their own digital events. And so people are wondering, why bother with the middleman? As I continue to read this, because the event is, obviously getting smaller and smaller. Article talks about how COVID-19 violently disrupted the production, announcements, and all of that. And I think that was the true catalyst. We had already seen some of the big guys dropping out, but now when you have so many other game events other than E3, it had this whole thing of being physical, and now people are doing, their live streams, state of plays, showcases, holding their just own events through their own avenues. It kind of begs the question, like, what is this needed for? So the other part of this article real quick was that they reached out to major publishers to try to confirm attendance, and they heard back from very little. Those that didn't respond included EA, Square Enix, Embracer Group, Activision Blizzard, Epic Games, Take-Two, and Warner Bros. Games. So at this point, they understand that most publishers probably plan to skip this event. They just haven't made a formal announcement. And as I go on to read, that's when they heard back from Sega that after careful consideration, they don't plan to participate. Bandai Namco declined to provide an update at all, but did say that they are in confirmation to attend Play Days. And then Tencent was the other company that confirmed And then Devolver Digital apparently was another one. Historically has never attended, but has multiple years running setup shot in an adjacent parking lot. This is really weird, and for only 2 months left, because I mean at this point, by the time this video comes out, we're gonna be close to April. We're already close to April, but now you got Ubisoft having their own event the day before. You got Sega and Tencent dropping out, other companies not even saying if they're attending. I'm really not understanding how E3 survives this, which is bittersweet for me. I used to watch E3 on TV, always thought that it would be super dope to go, and as I've gotten into this content creation thing, I would have liked to attend in the future, but at the same time, it's looking like it's not gonna make it. How that last article mentioned that, you know, COVID was a really big catalyst for the issue. There were already, I think, rumblings of people realizing they could host their own events digitally, especially with the growth of social media. And COVID lockdown for 2020 and 2021 was kind of that nail in the coffin, so to speak. It got to the point, like, you know, physical interaction was literally not possible. So then all these companies to put out information for their games had to host their own events, or, you know, being a part of a Nintendo Direct, a part of a PlayStation Showcase, a Xbox Showcase, the Ubisoft Forward event. So it's one of those things that people are like, you know what, we can just build up our own stuff internally and post it on our YouTube channel. And that's the other thing that I will say, as I kind of wrap up, is think about how many things come out now and they're just posted to the company's YouTube channel. I mean, I hope that snap wasn't too loud, but immediately after, like the moment after, like while a PlayStation State of Play is going on, after a certain trailer drops, Suicide Squad, for example, in that last one, as soon as that dropped on the live stream, it was then uploaded to the PlayStation YouTube channel, and multiple YouTube channels at that. So it's gotten to the point that people are like, even if I missed the main event, it's just gonna be up on the company YouTube channel immediately after. And that's kind of where people have gotten. And I personally don't see how E3 survives this. It doesn't feel like, again, my biggest question is who is actually attending? I would really like to know. And it sounds like IGN would like to know too. And they reached out and people are not responding. And with 2 months left, you would think companies know whether or not they're going to be in attendance or not. But I hope you guys enjoyed this format. I'm going to be trying to do something a little bit simpler when I just want to cover something. This is going to be involving little to no editing at all. And I think it'll allow me to just be able to express myself in my own way and get the news out there that I want to talk about. The last thing I'll leave you with is that I had recently watched a video of creator support with Colin and Samir, and there was a great Naval quote, which was, "You're writing to be read. Like, the problem is you're writing to be read." And the thought of that as a creator really sparked with me to want to try something new. The idea that a lot of times we're making content or I'm bringing you this news and I feel like it has to be like, you know, I gotta get a good script, I gotta be able to do this, I have to do that, I have to edit it this way so that people like it. I started to realize I was making content to please algorithms and watch time and everything, instead of expressing what I started this for, which was sharing gaming news, giving you commentary on the industry, and sharing my love of just entertainment media in like gaming and, you know, being a nerd and movies and TV and everything. This channel is still just gonna mainly be focused on gaming, but point being is it's a new direction. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this format a little bit better. I'll still be bringing the other format mediums that I do give you, but this was just something new to try, so I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you for watching, and make sure you can check out, I'm gonna put something up on the screen for another gaming news video I've done in the past, but I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.